Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's Wednesday, May 31st, 2023. I'm looking outside. It's kind of cloudy. Looks like it might be a little cool out there. And today's video is mostly just to introduce myself so the people that follow my content can actually understand who and what they're following. So, my name's Trevor Hess. I was born in Provo, Utah. What a lovely, lovely place to be born in, where on Sundays they didn't sell beer. They rolled up the sidewalks out here in Provo, Utah at that time in 1988. It was a very, very different time here where I lived. The LDS religion was very prominent here. Everybody you knew, and they went to church, which is also kind of fucked up on the other side because you knew everybody went to church and talked about Jesus, and then you knew all of the fucked up things they were doing when they weren't in those situations. Lots and lots and lots and lots of people I knew were closet drinkers. They would pop pills, they were smoking weed, they were having sex, and they were all Mormons and shouldn't have been doing those things because of the things that they say on Sunday at church. So, I was born January 14th to a wonderful woman who has also had a crazy life and a battle herself. We're in a better place now. Most of my life, we weren't very good. I was in and out of foster care multiple times. I was adopted when I was 12. During my childhood, from birth to 12th, I was a victim of every single category of abuse: sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, physical neglect, malnutrition, poverty, etc., etc., etc. At age 12, I was adopted into the lovely Hess family, and they were very, very, very staunch LDS. Now, it was a kind of a weird thing for me to experience living in black for 12 years of my life, and then all of a sudden I go and move over and live into white, where there's no wrongdoing, there's no swearing, there's no talking about certain things because they're inappropriate. There's no rated R movies, no caffeine, no piercings, no weird clothing that my mom determined was inappropriate. No sleepovers, really, no girlfriends, no dating, just lots and lots of weird restrictions. And I lived in Utah County for quite some time. Now, I didn't actually get any criminal charges or in any trouble for most of my childhood. I did go to an alternative high school, which is called Alpine Summit Program, which was because that's for kids that are in trouble with the state, who break the law, run away, steal, hurt people, etc., etc., etc. I went to that school because I got expelled from Orem High School for mooning somebody and also taking a massive shit in the urinal. I was a wild child during high school, very extroverted. I live my life wanting to make sure that every single human that I have at least one meaningful conversation with never forgets me. You can call that egotistical, or you just say that I want to leave an impression on all the humans that I come in contact with throughout this reality. Now, high school was weird. There were lots of periods of times where, because of my grades, I was grounded and locked in my room and would have to sneak out at night. And during that time, I took up playing the guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was about 15 years old. My whole entire life, I've always been very, very connected to music, regardless of what the genre is. Now, I have genres of music that I prefer over others. There was a long period of time where I used to say, oh, I fucking hate country, Well, I don't really hate country because the musicians that play it are phenomenal guitarists, musicians, songwriters. They're very, very talented humans. And so I kind of enjoy it a little bit more now in my older age. But until I was 18 years old, I wasn't allowed to listen to rap. My mom thought that it would corrupt me and and I would be inviting the devil into my soul. So as soon as I turned 18, I started only listening to rap, and for the most part, that's all I really listen to now. I do listen to some rock. I do have some favorite rock bands. I like Korn. I mean, no bands that are really like up and coming or like big right now, but Korn, System of the Down, Tool, Slipknot. There's lots and lots of them, but as of right now, the genres of music that I mostly listen to is rap. I like freestyle rap the most. I think that's where the real raw talent from rappers are. I like disco, and I like R&B, like slow jams as well as reggae. But when I turned 18, I got a pot charge, went to jail for the first time. 6 months after I turned 18, I committed and got my first felonies. I decided to go into someone's home when they weren't there and take their things and their vehicle. The person I went inside the home with was my co-defendant. He told on me, and then ever since then, I honestly struggled with having correctional supervision or being in and out of jail for what seems to be like the next 12 years, 18 all the way to 30. I was just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I also am a recovering addict. For a long period of time, I was addicted to methamphetamines. I was addicted to heroin. I was an IV user. Every time, what was the in and out of jail stuff is because for some reason when I use illicit drugs, I think that I have some sort of allergic reaction where all of a sudden I just want to steal everything, and everyone's things just find their way into my pockets. I have 5 years clean, November 5th of this year. Obviously, I have my medicinal marijuana card. That is the one thing I think for sure that has allowed me to go through all the ups and downs and roller coasters and good parts and bad parts of recovery. It has been a crutch per se. I mean, people want to hate on me and say that I'm not really sober, but if you were to notice me and know that when I was in the darkest and deepest part of my addiction, that people wouldn't even recognize me now because I'm not the same person. I'm what I like to call a born again hippie. Like I was already a hippie in my high school days, and then narcotics and crime got introduced into my life, and I also suffer from a disorder called borderline personality disorder. Where hey, this is just a segment where I just want to take a real quick break and thank everybody for being here. If you like this content, go ahead and subscribe, like, maybe put some mushroom emojis or a 999 in the comments, or tell me that my hair looks stupid, or you like my shirt, or why am I recording in the corner of a room. Whatever it is, I just want everyone to know that I appreciate every single thing that every single one of you do, whether that's just like it, or just watch it, or just share it, or don't do anything and just want to just sit there and observe me, which is weird. But anyways, peace out. I want to know you. I appreciate you, and there's more content to come. My number one fear is abandonment, and I kind of have a chameleon-like personality where I am able to adapt and to emulate the people and the behaviors around me to fit into the people around me, because I have some problem with my self-esteem to where I feel like I have to be like the other people for them to like me, and it for a long period of my life prevented me from actually creating my own personality. Now, I feel like through this spiritual journey that I've been going through in the last 2 years, shout out to plant medicine, has really actually cured my borderline personality. I feel like now I no longer care what people think, and I am secure and love myself. I have lots of self-love, and I'm very, very proud of myself for all the hard work that I've done. I am what I said I called as a born-again hippie. I believe that love is the most powerful language on the planet. I think that there is hope for humanity. I feel like if people were just a little bit more considerate and more compassionate and understand the possibilities that life could bring humans, that we would be in a much better place. I feel like for far too long that nobody really cares about one another because life is so crazy now that I guess humans stopped caring about anyone but themselves. I mean, you don't ask your neighbor for a cup of sugar no more. A lot of places there isn't like block parties and cul-de-sacs. You know, hell, most of the time you don't even know what the fuck your neighbors' names are, let alone ever even see them bring in groceries or know how long they've lived there. You don't associate with neighbors anymore, and it's very big shock from the way it was when I was growing up, because when I was growing up here in, little Orem, Utah, Provo, Utah, little Happy Valley Mormon influenced community, everybody knew everybody, and there was always events with tons of people you knew there. You went to school with the same people you went to church with. It was very, very different than what it is now, and I think has a lot to do with the fact that the way that society has programmed humanity to always be in fear of catastrophic events, never quite being able to really make it, even though you're working 60, 70 hours a week. There's no way that a single parent could, it's not no way, but it's very rare that a two-parent home where only one person works and you have multiple kids. I mean, that person has to have a really, really, really good job, or you guys are going to struggle, I just think that I'm getting on here just to let you guys know a little bit where I'm at, just because I want you guys to understand the type of person I am. So you can hit that like and subscribe button at any time. I feel like I have a lot of things about me that people can relate to. Like I said, I'm a recovering addict. I have 5 years clean, and I just try my best to do nothing but promote and spread positivity, laughter, joy, hope, faith, support, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm just a small little creator that's trying to make a difference in the world. If you like what you hear, please hit that subscribe, put some mushrooms or some 999s in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. We got to about where I was 20 years old-ish. We're going to go ahead and just break this off. This is part 1. Part 2 will go on from 20 until now. So I just want everyone that supports me to know that I actually really, truly appreciate every single one of you. If you're on my Facebook, you know that I try my best to comment back and like every single interaction that I have with my posts. I feel like my numbers with my followers are getting big enough to where it's kind of surreal to me that many people want to hear what I have to say. If you're seeing this video, Trip Over Drip on TikTok, et cetera, et cetera, I'm just trying to change the world with a smile on my face, one conversation at a time. Hit that like button, subscribe, maybe share it to a few people. Just help this small creator get his message out. I want to let everyone know one love and have a great day.